Hello, Leo. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I sure do hope that you're doing well today. Leo, let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of October 26th, 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Leo in any of those placements, odds are there's a message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Therefore, messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. Just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. And don't forget to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Diving into the Leo collective now for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week for Leo for the week of October 26th, 2025? Tarot card of the week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, my dear, the Five of Cups. What painful situation, environment, or connection in your life are you too focused on? And what positive aspects are you not seeing? The bottom of the deck, you have Two of Pentacles. What decision in your life are you ready to make? Okay, so this is not what you don't see coming, so don't panic with that Five of Cups. I already issued the what you don't see coming for the week ahead readings for all 12 signs and the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. The tarot card of the week reading that I do is advice or guidance from source, universe, God, whatever you want to call that, the other entity, the higher entity. And it's advice for us, typically a question that they want us to focus on and ponder so we can come to a determination or a decision within ourselves, and then we can move forward in our lives, in our life's journey. So we don't become too stuck or too stagnant here on earth, right, on our journey. So your tarot card of the week is the Five of Cups. What painful situation, could be environment, connection, could even be a memory, okay, are you just too focused on at this time? And what are the positive aspects of your life that maybe you're not seeing because you're too focused in what was lost or what happened in the past? Tell me more about this here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Five of Cups their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my dear, Five of Wands. There's that conflict. Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the World card. Strength, your energy, and the Nine of Swords. And that leaves the Empress, Nine of Cups, King of Wands here, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Please don't be offended. I feel like I had to say that to Cancer. The Gemini reading was heavy. I'm a Gemini sun, so that was a tough one to get through. Don't be offended. Remember that this is just to help us on our journey. I'm going to obviously clarify this for you, but this Five of Wands, whatever this has been for you, this conflict, this disagreement, this loss, maybe someone triangulated you, maybe there was competition here involved, you're still holding on to it. There's been a slow burn. Temperance energy is fire energy. It's Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius energy in the Temperance card moves very slow. So it's like it's been a slow burn. So even if it's no longer part of your life, like maybe you got over the conflict, maybe you're no longer talking to the person you had the disagreement with. Maybe you have physically disengaged from the person who triangulated you or was emotionally unavailable. Whatever this was for you, it's been a slow burn energetically to release it. You have a new cycle here starting, a new opportunity in the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like what you're not seeing, because in the Two of Swords, the individual is blindfolded, is that, and astrologically speaking, that's the Moon in Libra. So there's something in your life that is off balance, that isn't coming together. And I think it's because you're not realizing you're holding on to this from the past. Even if you're no longer physically holding on to it, you energetically are. It's been a slow burn to get rid of the pain, the hurt, the disappointment, the resentment. It's been a slow burn to forgive. And forgive doesn't mean you forgive them for, what they did. Oh, thank you so much for that Five of Wands moment or the Ten of Swords or whatever that was for you. But forgiveness is for us so we can finally be free of it. So I feel like with that World card, Wheel of Fortune to the World card for me is like, that's over and done with. It's in the past. There's no need to energetically carry it into your future. Seven of Swords. Wow, it just showed itself. All right. What was that Five of Wands? What are you still carrying around? I did that Gemini reading, and apparently we're carrying something around from childhood. So I'm going to have to do a deep dive this week there to figure out what that has been for me. But similar message to you, maybe if you have some Gemini placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, maybe you want to take a look at that reading as well. But anyway, Five of Wands. What is the Five of Wands here for Leo? What was that in their past? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Swords. Well, clearly some type of Three of Swords moment because you've been healing from it ever since, or it required an extensive amount of therapy, counseling, meditation, isolation, recovery for you. Six of Cups, something going back to your past or a soulmate, soul bond connection. There's a betrayal here. Two of Pentacles. You've been holding on to this for some of you up to the last 2 years. For others of you, you are constantly trying to rebalance or recalibrate yourself from whatever this has been. It might be so instinctual to you now that you're automatically rebalancing, recalibrating. You don't even realize that this is still impacting you. All right, tell me more. I want to get 3 more cards on that Five of Wands. So you've been healing. It required extensive healing when it happened. You've also been energetically healing ever since then. And it's like your energy is constantly trying to stay in balance because this thing is still weighing, it's still pulling on you. Tell me more about that Five of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Okay. So you found at some point in time either clarity or tangible proof or some fact that someone that you were engaging with, could be a friend, family member, a community, a group of people you volunteer with or you collaborate with, could be a lover. There's a betrayal. I keep going back to there's a betrayal here. The betrayal is not what you're holding on to because I'm 6 cards in now on clarifying this. You're not holding on to the betrayal. I think you're holding on to the resentment. You may not even realize it, but if someone mentions this person's name or these people's names, because maybe for some of you it's several people, you get like a, ugh. And that's holding on to the resentment. Otherwise, it would be like someone saying, do you want a cup of coffee? It would be no different than someone said, hey, have you heard from Sue? No offense if your name is Sue. But it's like the mention of that person's name, it stirs up a disdain for them, almost like a hatred for them. So I don't think you're holding on to the betrayal, whatever took place here, because no, you're holding on to the resentment of what they did. So if their name happened to be mentioned to you, yeah, it's like some of you maybe feel like vomiting even when you're thinking about it, or you could feel dizzy. It's like you go off balance. It's almost like it can physically affect some of you. One more shuffle here. Thank you. High Priestess, King of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so you're holding on to this, right? This like Ace of Pentacles, that page, that whatever you found out about this person. I feel like it's affecting your ability to move forward in a particular aspect of your life. So what do I mean by that? Let's say I'm speaking to a single Leo, and you had this person in the past that you viewed as a soulmate, soul bond connection, and they did something here in this Five of Wands energy that triggered a Three of Swords experience for you. Heartbreak, letdown, betrayal, whatever it was, right? It hurt like hell. And you've gotten over it, right? You've healed because it's not coming up in the cards. So you've healed, regardless of how long it took you to heal that wound that person created within you. You healed. But you still hold on, like deep inside of you, the High Priestess energy is like deep within. You're still holding on to the resentment of what that person did. So again, if someone were to mention their name, you could feel angry. You could feel disgust. You might make an inappropriate comment. And I'm not saying what they did to you was right or wrong. What I'm saying to you is it's closed out, and energetically, though, you're still holding on to it because you're still holding on to resentment. And you have an ability or the opportunity this week, if you want to take the advice, to go within and say, yeah, that's right. I feel like really all you need to do is say it out loud. I'm still holding on to that bitterness. I'm still holding on to that resentment. When someone mentions that person's name, I feel some of those feelings all over again, or I feel disgust, or, oh, don't even mention their name. I'm going to get a headache, or I'm going to vomit. There's something like that happening here. So tell me about the new cycle, and then we'll get you advice. Tell me about this new cycle, because I feel like what you're not seeing is you're holding on to the resentment, and it is energetically blocking you from something new coming into your life. And this could be like you're energetically holding on to the resentment for what a past lover did to you, and you're not even realizing it's affecting your ability to make money. I've given this example before, so I'm going to make it quick for those of you that have seen my readings before, and I don't want to waste too much time talking about myself or opinions that I have. But I look at energy as closet space. And again, if you see my readings before, you've heard me say it. I love designer purses. I love them. I can't afford them. I don't have, 150 of them in my closet, but I have a shelf in my closet. And so I only have this much space, this much physical space for those designer purses. And if I want to buy one, or if he wants to get one for me and I don't have room, I can't get the purse. I need to make room to get the purse. Okay. I have to take a purse off and throw it away, give it away, sell it, donate it. But I need to make physical space to put a new purse up there. If I want to, I've run out of closet space and I'm looking at those purses going, I really don't use a lot of them, but I sure would like some sweaters, but I have no place to put sweaters. Again, sweaters have nothing to do with purses, but I need to create the space. I'd have to take a couple of those purses and again, give them away, donate them, throw them away, whatever it is I need to do to clear that space. So now I can get the sweaters. So it could be for some of you that a block you're having in love is because you're holding on to resentment from a past lover who scorned you or burned you in some way. You could be having an issue obtaining success with your business or a creative endeavor or making money because you're holding on to the hurt of what someone did to you in the past. Even though the two don't correlate in the physical, your ability to launch a business has nothing to do with what someone did to you 15 years ago. But energetically, the space is being occupied by that person. Two of Swords. What are you not seeing? I just saw the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, there's something here that you want in your life that would be emotionally stable, financially stable, long-term, would bring your life the abundance you're seeking in a particular aspect of your life. But holding on to that resentment is not allowing it in. And I think that's what you're not seeing. Tell me about that Two of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles. Oh my God. Four of Pentacles talks about holding on. Oh my God. Ten of Pentacles and the Fool. Okay. This is going to be, if you allow it to be, a breakthrough week for you, energetically speaking. Because if you're honest with yourself, and it's not going to be everyone's reading, but if you're honest with yourself, you're still holding on to Four of Pentacles, holding on. See that? I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go of this. I'm not letting go of the Two Cups that are spilt over, that soulmate, that karmic connection, however it is that you want to define that person. It could be a twin flame that did you wrong. Not every twin flame connection is meant to be union in this lifetime. However you want to define that person, they're no longer in your life because of something they did or some way that they treated you. And you holding on to that is blocking your ability to have a new beginning in abundance. Ten of Pentacles to the Fool card. So yeah, maybe you're writing a screenplay. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're trying to launch a YouTube channel and you're like, oh my God, I can't get off the ground. I can't get anyone to read my script. I can't get anyone to publish the book. I'm not getting enough subscribers to my channel. I don't understand. I'm doing everything right. You got an energetic block. You're holding on to resentment for what someone did to you here in the past. You need to become single, free, and independent of that. You've been holding on to it for too long. Nine of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords. This is like you need to have an honest conversation with yourself and say, yeah, that's what that person did to me, but you need to come to peace with it. You need to see the clarity or own up to it or be honest with yourself that the block you're having here is because of what you're holding on to from back there. Tell me about the lesson, the World card. I almost feel like the lesson is really letting go. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, got to let go of that. Because I feel like it's eating you up inside when you're not even realizing it. Tell me about that World card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The World card. Oh my God. Five of Cups to the Five. I asked what was the lesson. In the Five of Cups card, now, in the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, the Five of Cups, the individual is looking at the three cups that are spilled. And you'll hear a tarot reader say, oh, but if they only look around and don't cry over spilt milk, there's another soulmate connection there. But your deck is different. You're not looking at the three cups. You healed from this. I had called it before. But the individual is looking into the past. So energetically, you're still tied to what happened back there. Even though you've healed from the wound. You've reconciled the wound within you. But energetically, you're still looking back there. And you're holding on to resentment. Nine of Cups, it's a block to your happiness and your manifestations with the Magician card. So if you could only see that, you'll be able to move forward. Oh my God, so quickly. Eight of Wands, Knight of Wands, your energy, and the Eight of Swords. Like you'll be able to set yourself free from something that has been energetically imprisoning you. And you probably have made no correlation because you're probably thinking, well, I'm done with that person, right? All right, they did what they did. It didn't work out. The business relationship, the familial connection, the romantic partnership, it didn't work out. I'm good. I'm healed. Now I'm going to go work on my money or my business or learn tarot or learn this new skill. And why am I having all of these blocks and challenges to success? Because you're still energetically holding on to that. And again, I don't think it's the person. I think it's the resentment for what the person did to you. If someone were to mention their name to you, you would not welcome it. And that's a block. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. What can Leo do to break out of this? Because it's a decision. What decision in your life are you ready to make? If you're ready to, right behind that we have the Magician. I love tarot. If you're ready to make the decision, right? Queen of Swords holds the Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords, and we saw that Queen before, whether you're masculine or feminine. If you're ready to make the decision, oh my God, that's right, I'm holding on to resentment. And you can literally work on healing that resentment. And again, that comes with forgiveness. Not just healing the wound of the broken heart, but forgiving the person who broke your heart. And again, you're not doing it for them, and it doesn't mean what they did is right, but you got to energetically let go of them. You know, when, I don't know if I've ever shared this story, when I wanted to fully release someone, and I sit down in meditation in the energy of the full moon. We have a full moon coming up on November 5th. You may want to do this. And I really needed to like cut cords with this person. I pictured sitting on the dock of this creek that was moving quite quickly, right? And sitting on the dock and having this boat in front of me and standing up, turning around, the person was there. This is all like visualization within the beautiful, you know, imagination of your mind, but it's clearly picturing this. Like I could tell you what the person wore. So I want you to be very detailed in this as you close your eyes and you meditate on this and you think about you're sitting on the dock and there's a boat before you and the water's moving, right? The boat is tied to the dock. You stand up, you turn around, you can visually see the person out in your imagination. You know the color of their shoes, how their hair is, maybe even how they smell or what perfume or cologne they're wearing. And you go up and you give them a hug like it's a long lost friend, even though it's that person. It's like, how have you been? Your boat is waiting for you. Take the person by the hand. You bring them to the entrance of the boat or where they're going to get onto the boat. You give them another hug and you say, thank you so much for that. I've learned so much from you, but I don't need you in my life anymore. And in your mind, you help that person get on the boat and you untie the rope or whatever's, you know, holding that boat to the dock and you kind of just push it away. And you watch them and you keep your eyes closed the whole time and you watch them go down the river or the creek or whatever it is, wherever you're sailing them off to. And you're waving the whole time like a bon voyage, you know, good luck on your trip. Good luck on your journey. Thank you for the lessons. I'll never forget you. And that's a hard thing to do because, you know, you're standing on the dock with someone and you're clearly remembering them. It's going to bring up that resentment and part of you is going to want to like push them into the water or something, hit them with a paddle. Don't do that. But there's something so freeing in doing that. Now for you, I don't think you have to do that with this person. Maybe for one of you watching, I think it's the resentment. So I would picture myself sitting on the box and taking all of that resentment and like boxing it up. Or did I say box? I meant sitting on the dock and boxing up all of the resentment. And like it's a cargo ship or something, right? You're just putting box after box. They did this to me. That's in this box. You lied to me about this. That goes in. This is how I felt about this. Box up the resentment, put it on the boat and send it down the river, never to be seen again. Just send it out into the oblivion. It's no longer yours to carry. Unbox it from yourself, put it on the boat and send it away. And I would try to do something like that. You could also do a full moon ritual to release the resentment. And I would definitely do that. Taurus is a very grounding energy, and this is a full moon in Taurus. So you might want to do that after or before you do the full moon ritual, whatever you feel called to do. And if you don't know how to do a full moon ritual, you can go to my website, thetimelinedtarot.com. It's free. Click on resources. You're going to have to scroll a bit. I have a lot of free resources on that page. Find the full moon ritual. Follow it step by step. If you need to release the person, release the person. If you need to just release the resentment or the pain, do that as well. And then if you want, you can meditate in the silence of the, energy of the full moon and just picture yourself either sending that person off and wishing them well or unboxing the resentment out of you, putting that in the package, in the boxes and sending that on its way. 3 cards of advice here for you, Leo. That's the only thing stopping you from that one wish, dream, or goal. I'm not telling you once you do it, you're going to hit the lottery and everything's going to be amazing. And, your book is going to be #1 on New York Times bestseller list. And you're going to hit 900,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel or whatever it is that you're working on here. But it's going to make it a lot easier You're going to start seeing things flow and roll. And that's because now your energy is freed up and more opportunities will be able to come your way. 3 cards of advice here for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 10 of Wands. Drop those burdens. I was just saying, like, unpackaging it. 4 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. Give it away. Give it away. Pour some Pentacle energy. 2 of Cups, the Moon, and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, don't hold on to this anymore. The pain, the resentment, let it go. Whatever this karmic connection or soulmate connection or twin flame, whatever it was for you, and whatever it was that they did to you, let it go once and for all. Consequently, we have the moon in that full moon in Taurus on November 5th. But this is a good week for you to just start unpackaging and contemplating, oh, am I really holding on to resentment? And be honest with yourself about that. If I knew this person's name and I said their name in this video and I told you that they were doing great in life and they just got married and they got 2.5 kids and you know what I mean? Would that build up resentment in you? Because if it did, you're holding on to that resentment and that's a block. So release the burdens. Allow you're missing opportunities here in the 4 Cups. This is telling you stop carrying the burden of that resentment because all it's doing is enabling you to miss opportunities. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles, spend a little time this week reflecting on this and then spend a little time next week in that full moon in Taurus energy to release it once and for all. What are the positive aspects of doing this? I see that your 9 of Cups comes in. I see that you have then this new energetic new beginning. I see wish fulfillment then, easier to flow. Your manifestations will become quicker, like to manifest. So you hope and pray for something and then you start doing the work and you're like, wow, I'm already seeing results. But anything else that they need to know about the positive aspects that maybe they're not seeing right now? One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Cups. I'm going to stop the reading right there. Queen of Swords, see it clearly. 10 of Swords, that ending, the devil. Oh my God, it's toxicity. Baby, you don't need this anymore. You don't need the resentment. What are the positive aspects you're not seeing if you do this, if you release the resentment? 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, happily ever after. And what's at the end of the rainbow? The pot of gold, the 10 of Pentacles. It's literally yours for the taking. This person took enough from you. Don't hold on to the hate and the resentment, because they're delaying this from coming into your life. And after what they put you through, you deserve this now more than ever. That's what I have for you, Leo. Powerful message for you. 3 in a row now. Okay. That's what I have for you for the tarot card for the week of October 26, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful or even hopeful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.